All right.
Now I'm being filmed.
Okay.
Now I'm on record.
All right. Now, let's just start with a background. When and how did Media Bridges actually begin?
Media Bridges began, I don't know the exact date. We've been around for a couple decades.
Uh-huh.
And we are a community technology center.
Okay.
And we host the city's public access channel, cable channel.
Okay.
And we also provide training for people to come and take classes and learn Final Cut Pro, learn video production, learn portable production, learn internet radio, and those kinds of things. And once they're certified in the classes, they can rent out the equipment, take it with them, do a video shoot. They can rent our television studio downstairs. They can rent that and do a studio shot in there. Then they can put their show on the channels, public access channels, and all that is free.
Okay.
We also have downstairs we have Internet Row, which are computers that anyone can come in and use and get on the internet, look for jobs, do whatever. And then we have the internet radio station right now, which has been around for 6 years, and that is streaming 24/7 live. And in August that will switch over to the low power FM radio station,
Right.
which will be on the air 95.7
Right.
Cincinnati.
Right. Okay. Now, where did the idea for WVQC actually come from?
It came from in the radio station itself, or the name?
In terms of
Like having,
who came up with the idea to convert the internet radio into the LP FM, and why?
Right. Well, the biggest reason was low power FM radio stations used to be illegal.
Right.
There used to not be licenses for them. In 2001, the FCC changed that and they started issuing licenses. So we looked at the chart and saw that there's a frequency available in Cincinnati, and they submitted the application in January of 2001, and finally got the license in 2008. 7 years later.
It took 7 years.
Yeah. So now we're actually working on getting it on the air. And the biggest impetus for that was we already, we have the internet radio station.
Right.
And this was a great opportunity. It was, the first time they had become legal, and we had the opportunity to apply for that and have our actual, on the airwaves radio presence in Cincinnati.
Sure. Okay. Now, where did the name Radio Free Queen City? Who came up with that?
That was it was our executive director, Tom's idea. And it's a homage to the low power radio stations, the pirate radio stations. A lot of them used to be called, like Radio Free Berkeley is a famous one.
Right.
Before the LPFM stations were legal, people would operate these low power pirate radio stations out of their homes or whatever.
Right.
And often call them Radio Free. And it's just it's programming that's variety, programming that's not something you would hear on the major channels.
Okay, now for the uninitiated listeners, how does the LPFM technology actually work? What kind of wattage or stuff like that?
Okay, well, it's essentially like a full power radio station, but smaller.
Okay.
So, full power radio station will have, I think, like 25,000 watts, something like that.
Right.
The low power radio station will have 100 watts. So
Just 100?
Just 100 watts. We'll have a signal that's going to go between 3 to 5 miles. It depends on, geography, weather, stuff like that too. Whether there's hills in the way, whether there's buildings in the way, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But around 3 to 5 miles, give or take a little. Clear days we might get a little further. On rainy days we might go a little less. And it's designed to be very local in nature, very community in nature. And because of the low signal, because it only goes a couple miles, then we're going to focus just on that area and just serving that area.
So basically, seeing as you just answered the next question, which was how far do you expect it to reach?
We expect it to reach, we will go north up to the north. We have a signal map on the SPC of our estimated signal.
Okay.
And it shows us hitting up to the Norwood Lateral in the north.
Okay.
So we'll have, Clifton, Walnut Hills, some of Hyde Park and Oakley, and some in Norwood.
Okay.
And then obviously the downtown over the Rhine area.
Right.
And then part of northern Kentucky too, which should have almost all of Newport, part of Covington, and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Now, why August 1st?
Well, our construction permit actually stipulates that we have to be on the air by August 8th. And so we decided, August 1st, give us a week to work out the kinks, and it's a great launch date. We'll probably be running tests before then.
Okay.
But August 1st is our official
launch.
Yeah,
It's gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where exactly in the city is the transmitter located? I'm not expecting an address or
Right.
anything, but like what neighborhood?
We're still working that out, but it's probably going to be in Walnut Hills.
Probably in Walnut Hills?
Right.
Okay. Do you think WVQC could someday expand and become more than just an LPFM, but let's say become a full-service radio station?
That would be excellent. If we can get the license for it, it's definitely a long-term goal. If we get the license, if that frequency becomes available, then we would definitely look into expanding to become a full-power radio station. And with the low-power radio station, we are going to be streaming 24/7 on the internet, so anyone can access it there, even if they can't get the signal.
Okay. Okay. Now, let's go back for a minute. What kind of programming do you expect to be on WVQC?
Right. Well, it's going to be all volunteer-produced programming. We're very low budget. We're a low-power station. So we're going to train the volunteers to come take classes and then select programming. We're going to focus on programming that focuses on the community. So we want to play a lot of local bands.
Okay.
And we want to do issues that affect Cincinnati. We're going to do some government affairs programming, like if the mayor gives a speech, we'll probably air that, or city council. We'll air stuff like that too.
Okay. Very good. Now, I understand you share the frequency with a couple of other places.
Right.
Why?
Well, when this license became available, there was this frequency was available, and a lot of organizations applied for it.
Okay.
And that was part of why the licensing took so long, because there's so many organizations that applied.
Okay.
And so 3 organizations got the license, and we worked out an agreement to share our signal amongst each other.
Okay, so how's that going to work?
We are going to be on the air during the weekdays. We'll be on the air from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
And another hour from 10 to 11.
Okay.
And then on the weekends, we will be on the air Saturday from 9 to 4. And then Saturday overnight, I think starting at 11 and going to 5 a.m.
Okay.
Sunday morning. And then Sunday, we will be on the air sometime in the afternoon. I'm not exactly sure of the time.
Okay. All right, very good. Do you have any questions for me?
No. Is there anything?
No, I'm pretty much done here.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah. Did I answer everything already?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Answered everything exactly as I would
have
expected somebody to do.
That's excellent.
All right.